Welcome back to Planet Cyrene, everybody. We are at the Low Shaman, and I'm teamed up with one of my really good friends in-game, and we're going to hunt this Lazidol. We've been trying to get this Zora HK for some time now, and we haven't really been hunting it constantly, but we're going to give it a go this time. Our last hunt was a very bad one. This is one of those Lazidol or lose-it-all situations, but hopefully this one is a win-it-all, because I would love to see some loot. At least have a couple rare parts drop, right? So, let's get in there, see what we can get off of this creature. One of my favorite Cyrene mobs, just because it's part of an epic chain somewhat. You have to finish the epic chain to actually be able to summon Lazidol. So, it's quite a nice mob. Now, I don't think there's been any like uber hoffs off of it. I think actually the biggest is probably around 9 to 10,000 ped, which means with the amount of times this thing's been hunted over the last decade, that it should pop eventually with something really nice. But that's just my thoughts, my speculations. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, right? Let me calm down here a little bit. Just got back from the water park with the kids. This video was actually, we did this last night, this hunt last night. And I believe I started with about 600 ped or so. Plus the gun and the armor and everything. So let's see what we got. We don't have too much ammo. But I find this one of the mobs that you don't want to go crazy on. You know what I mean? Like, it's good for a good 20 summons, 25, 30 summons, but any more than that at one time, and you're probably not going to get too good a loot. Just from my personal experience. And over the years, it seems parts do not drop as much as they once did. A couple years ago, I used to get 4, 5, 6, 7 parts at a time. And it just doesn't seem to be the case anymore. It seems like they're dropping in ones now. But maybe that's because of the Lazidol exchange. Oh, we got it unreachable. There we go. Take them down. One shot at a time. Nice. Nice start, nice start. A shell fragment. Ooh. Very nice. Most of the time I was doing this last night, I had my computer on silent. I really wasn't able to see too much and pay attention. I had two little girls screaming in the back where it was like my wife is giving me a stink eye. It's like, come on, hurry up, get off the computer. But we've only been playing for 2 minutes and 52 seconds, so I mean, can you buy me at least another 10 minutes? But the kids are great. Kids are great. But I've been looking forward to this Lazidol hunt here for some time now, and we finally got out for another one. Very difficult when it's hard to find time, right? But let's see. All we're using is Polaris armor, which is mostly cold and penetration, I believe. 50 on each, with some cold plates, cold AP-18 or something. And the first aid packs we're using are actually the Heart FAP from Planet Cyrene. I have the 11 and he has the 12. So as you can see, Punisher there, he's got the version above mine. And it is a really good FAP. You can see it makes a huge difference having that upgrade. Cyrene's always been known for giving really good rewards, you know, for their epic quests. Speaking of which, Zin Viathon. Wow, what a beast of a quest. The devs have been hard at work with this one. It is impressive. Honestly, I was about to leave Cyrene until I found this quest, and then it's like, wow, I got nowhere to go now. Let's stay here for a bit. I'm working on the Psych Master right now, to try to get that rare and exclusive Diamond in the Rough blueprint. So, I was thinking, I'm on stage 3 right now, and I have the sweat that I need. But with stage 4, I'm going to need an extra 40,000 sweat to hand in on top of 40,000 sweat. So, the first 8 people that comment in this video that want to sell up to 5,000 sweat, I will buy them all for 3 ped each. So, oh yes! 422 ped, look at that. A part and a global, the first 2. Definitely getting a little bit of redemption on this one. So, once again, let me repeat that. The first 8 people that message me or comment, I will buy up to 5,000 sweat per player for 3 ped each, up to 40,000 sweat. as kind of like a thank you, I suppose I could call it. Now, you don't have to be a low-level player. You can be a high-level player. It doesn't matter. It's just the first 8 people as a thank you for watching the video and tuning in each time I choose to post one. Now, I'm about half asleep right now. We just spent a few hours in the sun at the splash pad chasing my daughter, but I figured I'd get this one out. I was trying to get some other ones done. It is hard to find the time. After working all day, coming home, and summer is so quick in Canada. I mean, like, it's already halfway through August. We only get like 7 weeks of summer, and then it's fall, winter for 12 months, and back to summer for a couple weeks. I know the math didn't add up on that, but we pretty much get 12 months worth of winter in this damn country. And we're doing pretty good on this so far. We got a 422 ped global, a Lazidol shell fragment so far, and we're only 6 minutes in, so it's pretty good. Hopefully we can get some decent parts. I'm really close to making that Zora HK now. I think I have 6 brains, 5 shells, a tongue, and a couple bones. But I converted all my tongue and bone. Years ago, I had up to, I think, about 80 of each bone and tongue. Yes, a brainstem! That's what we're talking about. Those brainstems are rare. It took me a long time to be able to loot actual brainstem. I think they changed the rate of drop a little bit, to be honest. One thing I did see recently was the Lazidol flesh. Now, I'm not sure what that's for, but pretty interesting. It means that they're going to do more with Lazidol in the future, you would think. Maybe like an armor set would be cool, like Armor of the Great Sea Beast. That would be pretty cool. Make it like you got to use the parts of Lazidol with another set of armor or something, or you know, it could be really cool. Lazidol and the Wasp Queen have a lot of potential, especially since you have to finish an epic quest just to be able to summon, right? Now you can always get someone else to summon it for you. I'm not saying that. Doesn't matter. There was people that had summoning services for a long time, I believe, on planet Cyrene because there was only so many crystals. Now, with the lures, I recently posted 50 lures 4 times on the auction, and within a couple hours, all of them sold. So I don't really know what's going on with the lures right now, but I sold 200 lures about 2 weeks ago for 1,000 ped, which is pretty good considering you can continuously collect them each day. So at 5 ped a lure, that's 20 ped a day, just to log in your 4 times, right, every 6 hours. Adds up pretty quick. Over the course of a full year, if you get every lure, that's around 7,000 ped if you were to sell each one. So, I got this crystal a few years ago from PTH Rush, I believe, Rush. And it has, I knew it was going to be a good thing back then. Especially when there was only like 8 of them in game. Now I purchased this, I didn't create this one myself, so you won't see me on Entropia Life or anything like that. But well, this has definitely been more redeeming than the last hunt. I don't think we even got a global in the last hunt other than like a 50 pedder. I haven't really checked though. That video was, I'd say, probably about a year ago now, so we haven't hunted it since. I've come and done 1 or 2 by myself, but it's not the same. When you're with a buddy, it's more fun. Plus, it's actually killable. To kill this thing by myself, it's quite a struggle, and I think it takes around 30 ped. So unless you're doing really well off of it, it's not really worth the risk. It regenerates so quick, so... Excuse me. Well, if we got a brainstem, that's around a couple hundred ped usually. I don't know if they've sold recently, but I don't think a lot of people choose to sell the brain stems too often. So with the brain stem, say even at 150 ped, with the 200 ped we got from that one global, we're already at 350 ped. Only brought 600 plus a gun, amp, and my armor, which means the waste shouldn't be over 50 ped on that. So if we can get more than 650 ped, then we're going to be in the clear. Now, like I said, we did record this video last night, so this isn't, I'm not playing this at this moment, but it's so hard to be able to do that. My kids were screaming like crazy right now. Oh, look at that, a tongue too. How many hops is that so far? I think we got a shell, a brain, and a tongue so far. What did I say? Not bad. Not bad loot tonight, I said. Now, this hunt ended up being about an hour long, but I'm only going to post the first 20 minutes. That's when we did the best. So I thought it was a good hunt, in all honesty. We'll show the results when we're done. I don't know, I think this is one of our better hunts. We've done really good before. I think I've gotten a couple nice hops. If you check my Entropia life, it should show a couple hops on my page from the great sea beast Lazidol. So I have done really well over it on the years. But recently, I've noticed so many players buying lures. So I figured, let's go for a hunt. I messaged my buddy up. We got it together for this weekend, and we feel that we thought that it might be decent. This damn thing keeps going out on me. I have to keep lighting it. See, if I posted an hour-long video of this, it's kind of boring just because of the just standing there shooting a giant-ass mob. But I felt if the loot was better, I could have posted the whole thing. But just a glimpse of how we did in the beginning of our hunt was, I thought would have been more than fun. But what I would like to know about is what is your thoughts on Lazidol? One thing I was thinking about doing for videos, though, and I know I talk about this quite a bit, is maybe going and finding players and hearing their story, asking them if it's okay to record it, hearing their story, and then possibly giving out some guns or some free loot of some sort, right? But it'd be really cool to hear everybody's story about how they got into Entropia Universe, how their journey has been, and if they enjoy the planet. What's their favorite planet? Obviously, this is going to be meeting the players on Cyrene, but I was also thinking about starting on Cyrene with 0 ped, just like I did in that Entropia video. I don't know. There's so much to do, so little time in the day, but I do have quite a bit of ideas for things that I would like to do. I like the markup, no markup series, absolutely. The tree cutting series. Then I have my random hunts, my Entropia instances that I like to do. I wanted to do DSEC 9, the Lotus instances, not that those are new anymore, but as soon as I've heard of Zinviathon, it was like, I really want to work on this. I'm very curious to see what Genesis Beach has in store. And it seems like I can overlap a couple missions now. For instance, there is the Coat of Arms mission, stage 7 I think I'm on, where you have to hunt a certain amount of things and get Tide Claw pinchers and 2,500 PvP kills. Well, it's very similar to the Zinviathon chain. There's a mob or two, like PvP kills will count for both missions now, where the Tide Claw pincers and the Tide Claw mission for Zinviathon will overlap with each other. So now instead of doing one epic chain, I can do both epic chains at once, which I'm pretty happy about. And the thing about the Tide Claws is they are actually the next mob I need to hunt for the Tide Claw Pristines to make my next stage of armor. Now, for those who did see the last video, I believe we have 4 out of 7 pieces of the Panelion armor. Just the orange version, but there we go. What's that? A tongue. He got a tongue too. See? When the mob takes so long to kill, you don't really pay too much attention. Although I did say nice, grats. This hunt was very late. And like I said, I was getting the stink eye from my wife, so not too certain of how the whole hunt went. I know there was a few good moments though. Although we're 15 minutes in here and it doesn't seem like it's been too bad. Got a few good parts, a couple nice globals, or at least one nice global. I believe there really isn't too many uses for the Lazidol parts, other than Zora HK. However, Cyrene has been doing, the devs themselves, man, they're doing an amazing job on this planet. Every time, like I took 4 months off and came back and they had a new epic chain. A new epic. I mean, this is insane. Every time I see them, and they added Genesis Beach, it's just, it's incredible. They're doing so much work on this planet. So if you do see the devs, maybe throw them a thank you, maybe throw them a hi. They're very friendly, always looking to help people on this planet. Let me know what your favorite planets are. What do you think of Cyrene? I know it's probably everybody has their own opinions on everything, especially with the planets. I mean, some people might like Entropia, some might like Arcadia, some I don't know about Calypso, but you never know, right? Next Island's a great planet. You got your planet Tulun. Very, very great universe, especially for people that like to explore. But what is your favorite spot to be? Everybody has their favorite mobs. Now, I know Axe was talking about in one comment a while back that I think he lets missions dictate where he goes. Oh, look at a bone fragment. I missed that one. I didn't see that one for sure. Because I just ran right back to the summoner. Usually I would put this stuff in my vehicle inventory, but I did forget that if you do have an item on you and you have a Hall of Fame, you will not get that Hall of Fame. So I did get another bone from the Lazidol, but I had it in my inventory already, so it didn't really give it to me. But it is what it is, right? Best run for us for a team. Yeah, this is one of the best runs we've had in a long time. I think we've had a couple good runs. Maybe one other one that was like very similar to this. But overall, we really haven't had a killer run like this. Now, one more question. Was this a Lazidol or a Lose-It-All type of situation? Did he take all our loot? But it certainly seems like we're doing alright. I haven't checked up to this point, but from the amount of hops and globals that I've seen in this video, it seems like there's not too much cause for concern on this run. Oh no! Oh, I had to be that guy. At this point, I think I was getting pretty much bitched out by my 2-year-old. She definitely wanted a Bubba and bedtime around this point. My concentration definitely started to dwindle. Family always comes first, but it's like I told my wife, you know, it's been a long time since I've done a team hunt, so just let me finish this out. Which she did, so that's good. Never an issue. I just throw a little apology out there. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to get killed and screw up our rhythm. Doing turn-ins? Nah, hunting. I know, right? It's with the amount of parts that's dropping, you'd think we were doing turn-ins. No, I wish it was always like this, but it seems like it's never like this constantly. You can't always hunt a mob and it go the way you want, right? Otherwise, that would just be normal. I mean, what would be the point of a global at that? But there's so many mission chains here now that I gotta work on. Like the heart theft rank up, I have to kill, I think 2,800 more Muckjaw, Skriel, or Wiles. Now I'm not sure which one I think I'm gonna hunt. I like the Muckjaw just because of they have the Renegade comps, I believe. Is it the Renegade comps? I can't remember. Skrill has them. I can't remember if Muckjaw was Renegade comps or... Yeah, it was a Renegade comp for sure. It was, because it doesn't have the Pristine. And we got, for Pristines, I think it's Paneline, Tideclaw, Stalker Bot, Wiles. There's something else. There's another Pristine, but I can't remember it. Was it Golem? Molten Golem or Pristine? The Golem Pristine, I think. Yeah, that one's out of my league for sure. This armor set will most likely by me never get created. However, it is really cool that they do have this mission chain for higher level players. Kind of keeps it interesting, right? You got to have things that go above and beyond the average player, especially in a game full of people that are above average, right? This game, just like any other game, has top players. You got to keep those players interested. Those are the ones that are running the economy, it seems. Player-run economy. As much as the planets do a lot of the work to keep the planet relevant and have new items being created, like the Skull or Skamalgam blueprint. That is really cool. How it uses almost every single special mining material from planet Cyrene to make it. I haven't seen what it looks like, but it seems like a cool blueprint. And I think this is the last Lazidol we did. Yeah, and that was our last one. We decided to call it quits soon after this, just because I was really getting flack from the wife, and you know, you gotta quit while you're ahead. So here is the outcome of it. I didn't use all the ammo, I still have a few shots left. Along with the brainstem, the tongue, and the bone, we got 664 ped. Keep in mind, those parts are worth more than 10 ped each. And we come in here, and we still have 100 ped with the ammo, so 774. We needed at least 650 to break even. What do you guys think? Was it worth it or not? Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.